Hello, my name is David and I'm an AC certified master tech, and today I will be showing you how to use a basic toolkit. This is a wire cutter, and when you use one, you want to use safety glasses. This is pretty easy to use. It does what it says it is. You get some wire and you cut it, but sometimes when you do cut something, it could fly, and that's why you want safety goggles. So this is a standard tape measure. You pull it out to measure, then you press this button right here to hold your measurement. When you're done, you could push this button up and you could guide it in, but a lot of people like to just let it go, and it's kind of fun, but that's how you use a tape measure. This is a needle nose plier, and I call this a multi-tool because you could use this for all kinds of stuff. You could use it to pick stuff up. You could also use it to reach in and grab things and turn it. It's also got teeth on it, so you could actually hold on to things. You could really use this for a lot of different projects or tasks. And on top of that, this also has an area where you could cut stuff like wire and stuff like that. So this is a very helpful tool. This is a vertical and horizontal level. If you look at this little sight glass here, you're gonna see a bubble, and when it is leveled, the bubble is supposed to be in the middle. To give you a good example, I'm gonna prop up the left side and you're gonna see the bubble shift to the left side. And when I remove it and even it out, the bubble is gonna go back to the center. It's not perfectly centered. If we wanted to center, we would have to prop it up like this, and that would be center. This is a hammer, and this is your traditional hammer that you're going to be using for a nail, and we have a piece of wood. And when you're going to be using the hammer, you want to get the nail and you want to position it right. You don't want to have your finger all the way up there because you could hit it. And you want to position a hammer where you feel it kind of even with your hand. You kind of want to even it up, center it up, and you kind of want to do it once, good, to line it up, because if you hit it sideways, you have to start over. As you see, that's straight, and then pretty much to remove it, that's what this side's for, kind of like the ears. You essentially put it in with the wood and you take it out, and that's how you can remove a nail. This is a Phillips screwdriver, and the way you use it is you place it on a screw that has a Phillips head, and that means that it matches. And what you do is you place it on it and you match it on the screw, and you hold down on top of the screwdriver, and to remove something, you turn it to the left, lefty loosey, righty tighty. You turn it to the left, you keep turning, and the screw will become loose. To tighten, you turn the screwdriver and you tighten the screw. This is a flathead screwdriver, and you use it like the Phillips screwdriver, same way. The only difference is you make sure that you're using it on a flathead type of screw or bolt or whatever hardware you're removing or putting on. So this is an Allen key set, and this is real popular. You're going to see a lot of Allen key bolts and screws in furniture, and typically these will be numbered, and you can match them with the number of the hardware on whatever project or task you're using. And you can also match it up by just looking at the size right here, but these are very easy to use. You take them out, and typically you're going to put this in wherever you're loosening or tightening, and you're going to use leverage to go either left or right. This is a standard wrench, and if you see here, we have an open side and a closed side. And whenever you're removing something, it's the same principles with all the tools we've been using, lefty loosey, righty tighty. And what you do is you could put one of the sides, whichever one you want, over a bolt, and left is to loosen, right is to tighten, and of course, that is how you connect them. Pretty straightforward. All right, this is your typical crescent wrench, one of the original OG wrenches of the world. The way it works is if you see this little area right here, you loosen it and you tighten it with this knob right here. So we're tightening it and we're loosening it. And the reason why you want to know that is whenever you're going to take something off, and let's take hypothetically this bolt, you're going to go ahead and lock it down on the bolt. You're gonna make sure it's locked down, and then you're gonna turn, right? Typically, I like to put a little bit of pressure while tightening, while turning, because these tend to loosen up. And when you're done, you loosen it up, and you're good to go. All right, we have this box cutter, but I have something to say about it. The way it works is you carefully push the button in. As you can see, the razor comes out. But if you see these lines on the razor, that's not just for an aesthetic look. That's actually for whenever you're done with that portion of the razor, you could just bend it off and start with a new one. I recommend that if you're going to be using a box cutter often, that you buy an actual heavy duty box cutter that it's actually designed for that. Something like this. As you could see, just a way more heavier duty. This is a ratcheting screwdriver, and it's really neat because you could replace the accessories or tips on the top. So this is a Phillips tip. We could remove it and we could put a flathead one if we want. We could also put different size of Phillips, which is really important because there really is a lot of different type of Phillips screws. And let me show you how the ratcheting works. And it's tight. And that's how you use a basic toolbox. Make sure you punch that like button, subscribe. We appreciate you watching, and good luck in your projects and tasks or whatever you have to do.